The Collegian News is brought to you in part by...
Do you have what it takes to become an orientation leader? What are you waiting for? Apply today. Visit orientation.utb.edu for an application packet. The deadline to apply is Friday, February the 3rd.
UT Brownsville offers 19 online programs, 7 masters, 9 bachelors, and 3 graduate certificates. For more information, visit us at utb.edu/online.
University Inn and Suites.
Hi, welcome to another edition of the Collegian News. I'm Melissa Ramirez.
And I'm Marlene Rodriguez.
Changes in the air this spring as UT Brownsville plans to amend its policy on students' rights to free speech and assembly.
Yes, this was discussed at the Student Government Association's first semester meeting January 24th. New SGA reporter Michelle Serrano has the details.
Judicial Affairs Coordinator David Mariscal said the draft amendments pertain to Section 6 of the Handbook of Operating Procedures. He said the amendments require student input before the changes become final.
As a community, we retain our right to free speech and assembly and association. But how we go about expressing those things is important because, this is still a university. It has a mission of education. And we don't want to impose on that mission and interrupt anybody's ability or freedom to a right to an education. So there are some limitations to speech, expression, and assembly.
Mariscal said the proposed amendment to the Handbook of Operating Procedures were drafted by the Student Affairs Committee. SGA President Arturo Guerra told the Collegian that the SGA will discuss the proposed amendments before addressing the students with its recommendations, but he did not indicate when the students would be hearing from the Senate. After the meeting, the Collegian asked Guerra why the general student population was not alerted to the visit by UT System Student Regent John Davis Rutkauskas on January 24th.
Well, I don't think we did have time to advertise.
Rutkauskas visited the members of the SGA and UT Brownsville administrators during a visit to campus on January 19th. The Collegian, which in the past has attended the student regents meetings with the SGA, was not notified of his visit. For the Collegian News, this is Michelle Serrano reporting.
Also in news, Robert Agüero's official welcome as the new Vice President for Instruction and Student Services has been overshadowed by news of Texas Southmost College's cost overruns in its bond issue construction projects.
Here's Joe Molina with the story.
TSC trustees hired the Spire Consulting Group for a review and analysis of the bond projects. Findings show that as of November 2009, bond construction projects grew from a cost of $68 million to $109 million. In order to meet the increase in budget over time, additional funding was secured from various sources.
On that, I can't sit there now and say, it wasn't worth it to do it. It's a beautiful place that everybody in this community is enjoying. But when you start saying cost overruns, in my mind, I'm hearing you say that we spent $45 million that we didn't have, and that's not true. The money was there.
Just take it
somewhere else. Somewhere else.
TSC Board Chairman Francisco Kiko Rendon noted that UTB provided $4.5 million of the total bond construction cost, while the remainder of the funding came from TSC's budget, fund balance, interest, and refinancing of revenue.
Say, God forbid, we have to go for another bond issue, and we say, we want $20 million, and what are they going to say? You want $20 million, but you're going to spend $50. And that's my only concern. I hope we never have to go for another bond. But
heated remarks were exchanged between trustees in favor of the UTB-TSC partnership and those who voted against it.
Did we leverage money from other sources? You're dang right, and that's what a good university and that's what good planners do, and that's how we built this beautiful campus.
To date, a final cost of the construction projects has yet to be produced, according to Spire Consulting. For the Collegian News, I am Joe Molina.
That's some heavy news.
Yes, and now for some lighter news. We have the opening of adjunct faculty member Noel Palmeras' new exhibit in the art gallery at Rustenburg Hall.
Here is a look at why students gathered to marvel at this artist's work.
The yellowish-red tint of a painting of a woman's face, her chest covered by a necklace of multicolored beetles, and a plethora of vibrant tattoos on her hands, caught the attention of a crowd of students at Rustenburg Hall last Tuesday. The large oil-on-canvas piece is titled Strength of Symbols, is among the artworks in Palmeros' Machistas y Vanidad exhibit, which is part of the 27th season of the Patron of the Arts program. The collection consists of 19 pieces, all centering around the theme of masculinity and vanity. Palmeros said it is men's aspiration to be more powerful and manly and woman's aspiration to be more beautiful that inspired him to work with that theme. 3 screen print skulls, all titled Your Last Breath, and created with colored pencils and a Sharpie, depict the dangers of smoking. Palmeros says each painting took him about 40 to 60 hours to create. The exhibit is on display at the gallery of Rustenburg Hall until February 17th. Admission is $1.
Those paintings were beautiful.
Yes, they were. I'll be taking a visit to the gallery soon.
I hope you do, Melissa.
For now, we move on to students' opinions.
The following were some students' answers to the question, what's your beef?
The issue is walking. I mean, it's great distance from class to class for a freshman to be walking all over the campus. I mean, I think they should make like a little individual maps or to be exact where the classrooms are.
I like the game room. They have the 4th table closed. That's because they have no pool sticks, but they have the balls for it. And I would really appreciate if they had more resources, to hang around campus more and.
Well, it's not really an issue, but something I wish that we had here on campus is Wells Fargo ATM, because I usually have to walk all the way to Wells Fargo and get money and then walk all the way back.
UT Brownsville's instructors come from around the world. We'd like to introduce you to Angelica Pontepa, our Professor of the Month.
Angelica Pontepa was born in Henningsdorf, Germany, and has been teaching at UTB for 11 years.
I teach philosophy classes now, and I used to be a member of the government department. Now I'm with the history department, and I hope to be able to further develop the philosophy program at UTB.
Pontepa earned a doctorate in German philosophy and ethics in 1982 from Martin Luther University in Germany and a doctorate in political theory in 1990 from Humboldt University in Berlin. She further explains the purpose of her class.
Of my classes, just to help the students to become more considerate concerning the opinions of others, learn to provide with good arguments if they have to defend their opinions.
Before coming to UTB, Pontepa taught at Holland University and Humboldt University, both in Germany, and at the University of Wisconsin for a total of 10 years. She was there when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989.
I was there, and I can tell people, my students, a lot about life in totalitarian systems and what I really hated about it.
Pontepa is the advisor and founder of the student organization The Philosophy Club, which formed in 2000. The club's radio show, Thinking Out Loud, can be heard on UTB Radio's website from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. each Wednesday.
And from the Professor of the Month, we move on to Club Spotlight of the Week with the student organization Dingbat Productions.
Hi, I'm here with Dingbat Production President Yvette Ugalde, Vice President Andres Zambrano, and Treasurer Diego Castilleja.
Dingbat Productions was established in 2008. Zambrano explains the purpose of the club.
The purpose of Dingbat Productions is to bring awareness and appreciation of the theater arts culture to UTB as well as Brownsville itself.
The club's membership requirements are a $5 fee for voting rights and the right to pitch plays and musicals. Ugalde shares the activities of the organization.
Well, Marlene, we usually have our meetings every Wednesday from 5 to 7 at Salon Gardenia here at the Student Union. We produce plays here at the Set B Lecture Hall. We also participate in charity.
The theater productions coming up are And Then There Was None in March and Bang Bang You're Dead in April. Castilleja explains the charity events.
Our event called Catwalk for Cancer is to raise awareness for children and also for children with life-threatening diseases, and also to raise awareness for cancer and raise money for Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Now we have news sports editor Valerie Secrece with this week's Sports Roundup.
Thank you, Marlene. Last week we had several exciting events going on, including the UTB TSC alumni baseball game. Here's the story.
The Scorpions baseball team is off to a good start this season with the 14-2 win over the alumni team at Scorpion Field. 2010 alumni Brian Bustos was excited to be back on Scorpion Field and playing against the team.
Good coming back. It's come a long way since when I used to be here, but it looks amazing. I'm excited for these.
Freshman shortstop Robert Garza said he had a lot of fun sharing the field with the alumni on that night.
It was pretty fun. I got to see all my old friends and stuff, and it was just a lot of fun. It was joyful, I guess. It was just fun.
The Scorpions collected 12 hits throughout the entire game. Peter Maldonado, Colby Hensey, Joel Fernandez, Robert Mariscal, and Scott Frazier each collected 2 hits. Hensey drove in 5 runs while Mariscal had 4 and Fernandez 3. Hensey and Zach Cordia scored 3 times each.
Another event that took place last week was the volleyball championship celebration. Here's what happened.
Alan Jackson's Good Times blared from a loudspeaker as Grupo Folclórico Tizatlan led about 30 people on the Manuel Garza Gym court in a line dance. Senior volleyball player and team captain Katarina Noble said the feeling of having members of the community and university present at the celebration was indescribable.
Oh, it has been great. It has been a great year. The support is growing every year, and we have had support from faculty, from other students, from families. It's awesome. Not described.
Dr. Juliet V. Garcia gave a speech at the celebration and praised the volleyball team on their win of the national championship.
Thank you, ladies, for this year. It's been a pretty tough year for us here. You know, lots of things going on. So we needed a win. And I can't think of any better way than to have our women's volleyball team take us all the way to the top.
Last but not least, I met with senior Anthony Milligan. Here's why this senior golfer was chosen for Athlete of the Week. Okay, Anthony, so how did you start playing golf, and how old were you when you started playing?
I started playing golf when I was probably about 7 years old. My dad took me out and just started putting clubs in my hand until he started realizing I was left-handed instead of right-handed. So we kind of put like a little junk set together, and I went out with my brother, and he's like 3 years older than I am, so he played before I did. And we'd all go out there as a family and just bang balls around on the range. And I was never really a golfer. I was always a baseball player. But I just loved the game, and eventually I ended up playing in high school. And now I'm here in college playing.
Okay. And who do you look up to the most?
Probably my brother, because he's done everything that I already did. And when you see someone who's already done what you've done, you realize, wow, like they really, it's really hard to do. And he did it with grace and poise and integrity, and I really look up to him as a golfer, as a brother. He's just a great role model to have.
Okay, and what do you enjoy the most about playing golf?
Probably just being outside. I mean, every other sport, you're in an arena or you're in some confined area, but in golf, you're out there and you're just playing and just out there with God's beautiful creation, just banging a little white ball around. And some guys want to get mad about it if they don't play good, but the more I play golf, the more I realize I'm just glad to be out there having fun.
And what are some of your hobbies?
Probably I like hunting, I like fishing. I like to sit in my room and play guitar a lot. So that's probably what I love to do, and that's what I like to do.
Does singing come along with the guitar?
Yeah, singing comes along. I mean, it's natural. It goes hand in hand with guitar, yeah.
What does golf mean to you?
Golf probably means, I want to say life, but that'd be too dramatic. I would say golf means getting away from life, really. It's putting everything behind the city life, all the lights and the glamour and stuff, and just going and just, having a good time with family and friends. And when you're out there, no one's bothering you. You're looking at the birds, you're looking at the squirrels, and you're just out there having a good time hitting that little white ball around.
Okay. Do you have any secret talents that people might not know about?
Probably I would say guitar, and obviously going with guitar you probably want to sing a little bit, and I don't really know how good I sing or what key I'm really good at, but I like to sing and play, and I do my best at it.
Okay. What has your proudest moment been in golf?
My proudest moment probably has to be last year at conference. We were at South Padre Island Golf Course, and we were leading after the first day, and going into the second day, I was the first one off the tee, and the pressure was on me to shoot a really good round and come in with a good round. And I went out there and I shot 73, and I was really proud of myself for taking the pressure and putting a good round in.
What's next for you after graduating?
After graduating, I'm probably going to look into a physical therapy assistant program. My degree's in exercise science, so I'm probably going to go into that. And I'll probably play a little golf on the side, maybe a few qualifying tournaments here and there. But physical therapy is my main goal.
That's all I have for this week. Back to you, Marlene.
Thank you, Valerie. I look forward to seeing Anthony and the golf teams do well this year. Well, that's all we have this week on the Collegian News.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Melissa Ramirez.
And I'm Marlene Rodriguez. Have a great day.